Alright, fixing to put the brackets on my new bumper, made in Taiwan. This actually came with a truck purchase, and I've had it laying around. It's ultra chintzy, cheap, crappy chrome, whatever. It is the correct style for a Datsun bumper. There is a difference in the Datsun and a Nissan bumper. The Datsun bumper is thinner and has the plastic ends. I have a set of ends, but they're gonna have to have. They don't have the mounting thing, so I got to come up with a way to mount them. So right now we're just gonna put the bumper on because I need a place to mount the marker lights. So I bought some brand new stainless steel bolts, washers, and nuts from Lowe's. So we need 4 of each. I bought 10 because I figured I might need some extras on another project. So there's 4 washers and 4 nuts. Right there. So I went with stainless steel so I don't have to worry about them rusting in case I have to ever take them off. So now we have a left and a right bracket, and they actually should be marked. But this one should be the one to go over here, and then the other one goes back down. Now these are what you'd call a carriage bolt. It has the square shoulder on the round head. So let's do this one right here. Y'all can see a little more. So it goes in there and it holds itself. And then it gives you that nice rounded finished face. Now these aren't like polished. I could like take and polish them up or whatever, but for this truck I'm not going to worry about it. Typically the original ones are chromed, which usually they look pretty good, but I have seen them rust, so that's why I went with stainless. No chance of it rusting. Although this chrome bumper is probably going to rust like crap. Now I'm going to, I was going to say I was going to tighten these up, but I just happened to think they probably need to be left a little loose until I get it bolted to the truck, because that way I can kind of wheel the brackets around until I get them lined up. So you can reach in there and tighten them afterwards. Alright, just like that. Now we got our brackets in place. Now, see, I can wiggle them around until I get the which these have these big holes so that they can be moved around. Now I got to find bolts to hold that on, and I think they're 12, but they're gonna have to have big washers. So let me see what I come up with there. Got this part ready to go though. Now I was talking about this thing rusting. It's already got rust on it, and it's been stored indoors. Radiator. Tilting that way. Now, get our bolt started a little bit. There's one. See if we can run him down a little bit. Okay. Struggle is these bolt holes haven't had any bolts in them in probably 30 years. So hopefully they're not too awful rusty. I did spray them with the WD-40. And that is not going to line up. Alright, you know what? I may be mistaken. These may be supposed to go the other way. That's smashed again there. That's smashed again there. I believe I put those on the wrong sides. Because it's not going to allow them to line up. I was kind of guessing at it. I guess I should have looked at mine. As a matter of fact, I will do that before I go any further. Alright, let's try this again now that we got the brackets turned around, what I believe to be the right direction this time. Well, you know what? I'm still not sure. We won't even... That's not right. No way. That's way too narrow. So that means that there's something. I think I know what's going on here. Although, where I put this cab on, perhaps the cab is not sitting straight enough on here for these to go in the right place. Means I may have to loosen cab bolts up just to get the dang bumper to go on. Alright, here we go, round 3. Alright. Start this one I had started before. Let's start this front one, it's lined up better. Okay. See if I can run that one down a little bit. Okay, don't want it all the way tight. Now, if I can get one of these over here to line up. Oh yeah, I can get that front one, I believe. Well, there we go. Now typically I would like to start it by hand, but I can't get my fingers to it. Okay, so I've got 2 bolts started. I'm going to knock the top down. Yeah. Now getting the other 2 is going to be the trick. Alright, I think I can get that one right there. Come on. Well, thought I had it. Okay. Now this last one's going to be a little bit tricky. But I do think it'll go if I can just get something to... Just going to try and get the bolt in there like so. It's angled, but I'm going to take the socket, and these have a little bit of a nipple on the end of them that kind of helps start them in the hole, so maybe it'll, maybe it won't. Alright. Push this way. Well, I believe it went. battery is about to run down. But I got my bumper is on there now. And it's crickeder than shit. Dang it. Okay, I need to loosen it back up a little bit and put that side back and this side out some. Probably would have been a good idea to look at it before I tighten it down, huh? Alright. Now we just want to try and push that in a little bit. A little bit right out. Huh. Easier said than done. Okay, I've got the passenger side drove forward as far as it will go, I believe, so I'm going to snug it back down. Okay. Now, we need to push this side back. There it is on my actual hammer. But we have a block of wood and a crowbar. There we go. I believe that's as far as that one's going to go. Well, not perfect, but it looks better. Alright, yeah, that's fair. This side's a little, but I think that's as good as it's going to get. Now we do need to tighten our bolts. Let's see, we're going the right direction there. And this ratchet works great because it's this double-ended one and it's got this little gooseneck thing to it, so this will be great for right here. There we go. Okay, so these bumpers are more or less for looks and something to hold your park lights because they're not much more than sheet metal. But anyways, at least that's got it on there, and I got my little plastic things in one side. I forgot to rob them, and I took my other bumpers back already, so let's see if I can get one over here and one over there. At least I can get a screw in each park light. Alright, there's some kind of black gunk right there in the middle. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to clog up my steel wool with that, so we're going to try and clean that first. Brake parts cleaner, of course. And this is cardboard, so it doesn't scratch the chrome. This is, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of goop. There we go. Now, this beside it, that's just bird poop. I'll clean that too. There we go. Now, this side over here, let me zoom y'all back out now. Oops, wrong way. Okay. This side over here looks like has possibly some overspray of paint on it or something. So we're going to take and see if you just hit it with the steel wool. If you scrub enough, it will come off, but we're going to take the little brake parts cleaner and mix it a whole lot easier and faster. You know what I forgot? Find me any paper towels. Because that's making a mess, and we need the paper towels to wipe it off. Be right back. Alright, I don't even have any shop towels, but I got the dollar store paper towels here, so that'll work. So we just want to, yeah, nice cheap chrome. Now we do have a little bit of rust right there. So with that, we'll take our steel wool and just abrasive it. Ooh, that's pretty rough. I think it's actually through the chrome a little bit. Yeah, I know I'm scratching it now, but you know, this part's already kind of beyond worrying about a little stuff. These rust spots is why I didn't use this on a nicer truck. Alright, now I'm going to do a little more stuff. What else we got here? It looks like some more of that goop, but you know what? We're just going to loosen it up a little. Oh yeah, that just took it right off. Now I will probably go over this with some type of chrome polish with a protectant or wax or something, because like I said, I feel like this chrome is going to be like that cheap hard body bumper I got that time that just rusted all to crap within like 6 months. So I want to make it look as good as it can for as long as it can. And I'm just doing dry steel wool because the rest of this is just very light dirt, more or less. Maybe a little bit overspray, but it's coming right off. So you always want to use the least aggressive cleaning method you can get by with, because the more aggressive cleaning you do, the more likely you are to damage your surface, especially when you have chintzy chrome anyway. But now we'll go back over it. A little Windex. That I usually like to use on the chrome. Works pretty good. Cleans it off. Non-abrasive. And you can, you know, clean it off without the streaks. Now I have some tag plugs, but Tennessee only has one tag, so right now I'm not even going to worry about that. Unless I find a vanity plate I want to put on it. Actually, I've got one in mind. It says, "Don't laugh, it's paid for." It's kind of perfect for this truck. It's got our Bumper looking good. Probably the best looking part of the whole truck now. Like I said, I gotta get the little other plastic plug, get my park lights put in now, but that's just bolt in, you know, anybody can do that. So that's about it for that. Let's see. I don't know how much I left off of what else I did here. So obviously we put the new master cylinder on yesterday. I don't think I recorded any of that. I had started on getting all my lines mounted back up. I got them not perfect, not all the way done, but I got them at least mostly not such a tangled mess. I just painted the booster. I was going to change it out, but this one seems to work okay, so I just painted it and left it. I got to get my air filter on. Well, that's interesting. Our hose clamp's just laying there. Might want to tighten that up. And inside we got new floor mats on the rusty floor pans, you know, no carpet. We got the dash put back in. The speedometer is working. I found the bracket laying in there to put the console in, but I haven't quite done that yet. Still got some things to do. Obviously my ignition switch, I'm having some problems with it. I'll get that sorted out. But I did get the heater core in, and the heat works. Works pretty good actually, so that's great. So it's getting there a little bit at a time. I'm gonna have to address some of that rust down there because that kind of creates ventilation that I don't want. By address that, I mean probably put some metal tape over it. So I might show y'all that, you know, just how to do it the wrong way. But isn't that bumper pretty? So typically I would use just a knife or something, but I do have a windshield cutter. This is actually for the sealed type, but we'll see how it works. Might help to take these trim pieces out. Oh man, I just broke the windshield cutter. Well, okay. Guess I'll go find a box cutter. Alright, well, we had to go and get new batteries, and then on the way back busted the radiator, so anyway, we'll ignore that and just go back to working on the windshield with my 98-cent box cutter. You know, the expensive tools fail, so then that's what you do. You just go to the cheapest thing possible. I should probably still try to get these trim pieces out of there and make it a little easier, I believe. The new rubber doesn't use them. This trim, but well, like I said, it ain't going to be needed anyways. I haven't seen anywhere where you can get the original style rubber that uses the trim. All the new ones don't have it. It's just solid, so. So, trim's all somewhat angled. So here's how much I worried about it. Throw it over here in this other truck. Now, also this windshield is broken, so you know, I don't like to just kick them out, but I'm not going to sit here and fight with it so much. I think that's letting my knife go in there a little better. Yeah, there we go. So I got a big gap right over here where it's cracked. So I get to the end and goes pop. And then there's a bunch of silicone on top of it, where somebody's tried to seal it. Pretty much you get around the top and the sides and I should be able to get it out.
So when you need me, I can't stand here and video this.
I know. Yeah, we had batteries die, went back, got new batteries, and they were dead, so we're running off a cell phone run at the moment. So we're going to do the best we can. Hopefully I can even hear what I'm saying. That one. Got another big gap over here. This one's 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches, where the thing's separated. Like I say, this is the original windshield. This is an 82 model, so. Ooh. What the hell? Somebody has got some kind of black gunk down in there, like the actual windshield stuff that you use for the seal glue-in type. I don't know how they managed to get that down in there. That's going to be fun. So that'll need to come out. Oh yeah, it's moving now. Oh, there's that one's loose. Now I'll get the remaining of the seal out. See how much gunk I'm gonna have to clean out. Well, it's soft, so at least it should come off fairly easy. Ooh. Looks like some rusting behind that. Had a leaky spot where water was getting in and couldn't get out. Alright. Well, now it's just going to be cleaning this up till we get ready to put our windshield back in. So I probably will need a little brake parts cleaner, my putty knife, and just try and get all this crap off of here, because that is not even supposed to be there. Somehow they injected that in there or something. Anyways, we'll come back when we're getting ready to put the other one in.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so we got 50 foot of nylon rope, 3/16. It needs to be a good sturdy rope, and it needs to be something that is slick. So that's why I've got this one. and bought it just for the purpose of installing windshield. And so what we're going to do is find our end, should be right here, and start in the middle and poke him up in there, and where'd that screwdriver I gave you go? In the floorboard though. It's still clean. So we want to make sure we got a little bit of slack there, got a foot or so. And then we want to just take and poke this rope into the groove of the rubber where it sits on the mounting flange. All the way around, so this is going to take a minute. Crappy rope. It's trying to come in twisted right there. Probably was just a couple dollars at the harbor freight. Now, this has some kind of goop on top of it. They ran a bead of silicone across there. What that is. Need my knife for that. That silicone dries, it becomes like part of the rubber. So they must have had some leaking issues with it. So there's supposed to actually be a kind of a groove along there. Let's see what else we got. We got another little spot right here. So I may have to go back and run a little silicone in it myself, but yeah, there again, that's where that channel's supposed to let the water drain out. So I can't really dig that shit out of there, so. It's a turd. Yeah. I don't know how much luck you'd have at calling a glass place to come and install a used windshield like this, or if they would even mess with it. I know when I had a 78 Firebird that was needing a windshield, and I called Safelite and they refused to work on it. Oh, we don't do classics. Thought that was a bit weird. Okay. Now, come my way a little bit. Right. Work the inside. You know, this would have been a lot easier with the dash out. Matter of fact, I may zip it loose. It ain't before bolts. Shit, I don't have the socket handy. We'll see what we can do here. All right, get a hold of your corner and pull down.
Pull down.
Mm-hmm. Just slight pressure on it. Oh yeah, it's going. So as you pull the rope out, it pulls that edge of the rubber over that flange. The corners are the trickiest part. All right, let me come around to your side. I dropped the end at the top. You can see the rubber moving as it goes over. Well, it didn't go right there. So I have a plastic tool here that I'm going to try and get this to go over right here in this corner a little more. There we go, get him started around that corner. Sometimes you kind of got to wiggle it, make it go. Alright, I want to go around and do the other side though. And we'll get it in there crooked. You got to kind of push in just a little bit, but you don't want to put a lot of pressure. Alright, to the top corner. Now if I can get it to go. Okay. The other side going some more. I was gonna say you might bring them around in here where they can actually see what I'm doing.
Nobody wants to see what you're doing.
Like to say the corners are the hardest part. That and the fact that it keeps trying to pull my headliner off. Alright, come on now. All right, now ow. Try and take this and work it back over. I'm smacking that right on the rubber. If I can get this part right here. Come on. Come on. good at the bottom. That's why I said I should have took the dash back out. Whew. Well, that's probably about as good as I'm going to get for now. It's in there. Like Prego, it's in there. So that's kind of sort of how you do a windshield. I should have got my, I should have took the dash out, and I should have got my top to go a little more as I was pulling the string out. I still got a gap over here, but sun's going down, it's getting cold, it's getting harder to work with. So, and well, now we got a bummer ride back home because busted radiator. But anyway, later.